Thakur is not obstructing us. Sri Ramakrishna. Okay. So let's start with our prayers. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahanu Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya aviravirmayedhi. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Parthaya pratibodhitam bhagavata narayanena swayam vyasena grathitam purana munina madhe mahabharatam advaitamritavarshinim bhagavatim ashtadashadhyayinim amba tvam anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim. Let we be protected, let we be nourished, let we strive with energy and vigor. Let our study be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. Om, peace, peace, peace. Lead us to truth and not to untruth. Lead us to enlightenment and not ignorance. Lead us to immortality and not death. Let the self-manifesting Atman grow in me. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om, O Bhagavad Gita, with which Partha was enlightened by the Lord Narayana himself and which was incorporated in the Mahabharata by the ancient sage Vyasa, the Blessed Mother, the destroyer of rebirth, showering down the nectar of Advaita and consisting of 18 chapters. Upon thee, O Bhagavad Gita, O loving Mother, I meditate. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It's wonderful. As Swamiji said that we have three canons. One is Upanishad. It is part of Veda, Upanishads. We call it Shruti. Why Shruti? It is heard from the Gurus and recited from generation to generation. And it is the revealed section. Whatever is revealed, so that is Shruti. And in that time there was no writing. So they used to transfer that knowledge by rote. And it is happening still today. If you go to India, lots of schools, Vedic schools, they are imparting the same recitation by rote. And by repeating few times, it is committed to our memory. So that's why Shruti. Smriti means the Puranas. Apparently they say, we call it Itihasa, that happened like this. But in English, it is called mythology. And third is Vyasa Sutra or Vedanta Sutra or Vyasa Sutra. So these are the authorities, three pillars, as it were. So it is well established. So Vyasa Sutra, because Veda is very vast, it is difficult to study in one's own life. So, and to perceive, you need to have the knowledge of Veda, Vedangas, the part of Vedas, then prosody, then grammar, then Jyotish, uh, astrology. All kinds of things are required to understand. And also the word meaning, nirukta. So, Vyasa codified and made some sutras, 555. So, these sutras are well, say, gathered like a garland. Swamiji says, Vyasa collected, and he was not, he did not give importance to reason. His idea is writing the sutras was just to bring together and with one thread to make a garland of the flowers of Vedantic texts. His sutras are admitted so far as they are subordinate to the authority of the Upanishads and no further. Upanishad is the support. So whatever Shruti says, that is preeminent. That's very important. Smriti or Vedanta Sutra, these are subordinate to that. Now it is for us to see what there is in the Gita. If we study the Upanishads, we notice in wandering through the mazes of many irrelevant subjects, the sudden introduction of the discussion of a great truth, just as in the midst of a huge wilderness, a traveler unexpectedly comes across here and there an exquisitely beautiful rose, with its leaves, thorns, roots, all entangled. Compared with that, the Gita is like the truths beautifully arranged together in their proper places, like a fine garland or a bouquet of the choicest flowers. The Upanishads deal elaborately with Shraddha in many places, but hardly mention Bhakti. In the Gita, on the other hand, the subject of Bhakti is not only again and again dealt with, but in it, the innate spirit of Bhakti has attained its culmination. So one thing is, Gita is like a garland. In Upanishads or in Vedas, we find lots of other things are also there. And then the highest philosophy is given. But here in Gita, Sarva Upanishadu Gavo Dugdha Gopalanandana. Like all the Upanishads are like cows. And Krishna, Gopalanandana, is the cowherd boy or son of a cowherd. So Sri Krishna is, that's another epithet. So he milks like all the cows and collects the nectar that's called Gita. Sarva Upanishadu Gavo Dugdha Gopalanandana Partha Vats. Partha is Arjuna. Arjuna is like calf. So in its presence, then only mother gives milk. Partha Vats Sudhir Bhokta. And we are the enjoyer of that milk. So Arjuna had to ask many questions, and then Sri Krishna answered those questions, and that is Gita. And it's beautifully arranged. And it has all aspects, whatever is mentioned in Vedas, everything is taken, but the gist is taken. And many places you'll find the wordings are similar as mentioned in Upanishads. So, this is in the praise of Gita. Gita is wonderful. One must at least read Gita to make a sense of spiritual life. What is spiritual life? How to go about it? What is to be done? All these things. So we have already covered up to 21st, but I'll give some recapitulation so that we understand where we are. So up to 6th chapter, Bhagavan said what is the real nature of the individual self. Means what we are. It's okay. So individuals, though apparently we are embodied being where, but in reality we are divine in nature. So this is the first six chapters. That's the point there. Then second 6th chapter is for telling what is the real nature of God. And then third 6th chapter is to unify that actually it is not two, but it is the same truth manifesting as creation and also creator. So this is in short, but then 9th chapter in the beginning, Sri Krishna drew the attention of Arjuna to tell that I am going to tell you very, very secret. Therefore, be careful. And then he introduced bhakti. Bhakti is very important. And just a few readings so that we are at the right place. Satatam kirtayantuma. So like there are 3 kinds of bhakti. One is called sakama bhakti, with desire. So sakama bhakti means God is the means. We pray to God to get our desire fulfilled. But nishkama bhakti means we pray to God that we do not want anything else, but we want you. The third one is there is no reason why one should, like, Atma Ramascha, say Sri Ramakrishna, who have already attained that state, who have no reason to call on God, because he has already attained. Whatever is kritartha, what is to be done, he has done it. But still we find that such a person devote himself or herself to God and sings his glories. So it is said in Bhagavad, Srimad Bhagavatam, Atma Ramascha Muneha Nirgranthi, who enjoy in their own selves, who has cut all the knots asunder, Nirgranthi, and who has attained whatever is to be attained in life. Such a person, Kurbanti Ahaitu Kim Bhakti. So they also devote themselves without any reason, without any cause. So this is special bhakti, that means without any reason. So this is a separate class. Now we know Sakama Bhakti, that means we want something from God. Oh God, please pass me in my examination, or I am entangled in a case, let it be solve in my favor. All kinds of things, that worldly thing that we ask. It's called sakam, with desire. So God is the means. God, please help me to get this. We are not interested in you, but I'm interested in my objective. But the other person is different. He said, no, I don't want worldly things. I want you. So that is also a kind of say, desire is there. But according to Bhakti Shastra, that desire is not desire. As Ramakrishna would say, to desire for devotion is no desire. Like hinche, green, is not green. Like saccharin, though it is sweet, but it is not sugar. Like that, like we say some examples. So bhakti kamana, the desire for devotion, is not a desire. So here, those who worship, Bhagavan said in 15th, shloka number 15, Jnana yajnena chapyanni yajantu mam upasati. Others too sacrificing by the yajna of knowledge, seeing the self in all, worship me, the all formed, as one, as distinct as manifold. So, what are these? God is one, ekatvena. Prithakatvena, he is also many. He has taken all form. If you ask a scientist, he'll tell that yes, though we see many objects, but actually it is all matter. So matter is manifesting in so many forms. The spiritual scientist will tell, yes, we see many. We cannot deny it. But actually it is God who has taken all these forms. So it is like this. In our dream, we create whole host of things. But actually it is our creation. And when we get up in the morning, then there is nothing. It disappears. So it was conceived by me. That means in my consciousness, it appears and it disappears. Similarly, in this world also, in my consciousness, this whole world appears and also disappears. So consciousness is the main thing. And again, consciousness is like nowadays, AI, artificial intelligence. So it is human intelligence. Now it is reflected through machine. So ekatvena prithakatvena, as one and as many, divided in many. Ekatvena prithakatvena bahudha vishwato mukham, and in various forms. In various shastras, you have heard many things. Ekam sat vipraha bahudha vadanti. Truth is one, and people call it variously. So truth is one. We have to find that truth. Without finding that truth, we have no escape. We have to find that truth, whether we try today or tomorrow or after 100 years. But that is ekam santam bahudha kalpayanti. So we are one, and it is conceived as many. So God is manifesting, as Sri Ramakrishna said. It's wonderful. Sri Ramakrishna said, Divine Mother revealed to me in the Kali temple that it was she who had become everything. She showed me that everything was full of consciousness. The image was consciousness, the altar was consciousness, the water vessels were consciousness, the door sill was consciousness, the marble floor was consciousness, All was consciousness. I found everything inside the room, soaking, as it were, in bliss, the bliss of God. I saw a wicked man in front of the Kali temple, but in him also I saw the power of the Divine Mother vibrating. That was why I fed a cat with the food that was to be offered to the Divine Mother. I clearly perceived that all this was the Divine Mother, even the cat. So we are to develop that sight that God is one, God is manifesting in so many forms. And the real thing behind this Jing thing is existence absolute, awareness absolute, bliss absolute. That we are to see, that we are to develop. So here, Bhagavan is trying to give us that, Sri Krishna is giving that idea that though I am one, he said that ordinary people, they don't understand what he said. Avajananti ma mudha manushim tanumashritam. Whose don't understand me? They think I'm a human being. Param bhavam ajanant, because they do not know what is my supreme nature. So this supreme nature we are to find. And in the Gita, we find in various ways that is depicted. So anyway, ekatvena prithakatvena bahuda vishwato mukham. So God is trying to help us to find him in all our activities. So he said, I am the kratu, a kind of sacrifice, yajna. I am the yajna. So Vedic rite and Smriti, the mythological rites. Swadhaham, aham aushadham, mantroham, I am the mantra. I am the kratu, I am the yajna, I the swadha and aushadha, that means medicine, and all the cereals. See, cereal, we eat, that's why we survive. So this survival is also the cause is God himself. Otherwise we would not survive. I the ajya, that is whatever is offered, the fire and the oblation, everything am me. Then he says, I am the cause. Pitahamasya mata jagatoha, mata dhata pitamaha. So I am the father of the world, the mother, the sustainer, the grandfather, the purifier, the one thing to be known, the syllable Om, and also Rik, Samam, and Yajus. We have gone in details, so I'm just mentioning so that we are in that place. Not only that, as sun, I heat and I evaporate water, and again, because of heat, it rains somewhere else. And that is a sustainer of this creation. As sun, I gave heat, I withhold and send forth rain. I am immortality and also death. What is this? Say, God is death? Yes, God absorbs everything. So it is not only he creates. So if it is creation, is say population, we say now 7 billion people. If it is 40 billion people, then it will be difficult to manage. So he reduces this also. So that way he's a balancing. So I am immortality, also death. Being and non-being am I. So here cause and effects. Being and non-being means here cause and its effect. O Arjuna. Then he said, Traividyamam somapaha putapapa yagvairištva swargatim prarthayante te punyamasadya surendra lokam ashnanti divyan divito. Now, those who are sakama bhakta. Sakama means those who have desire. So what they do, because like those who are enlightened, they'll not seek worldly things. They'll seek me. But worldly people, what they do, they want prosperity in this world. They worship Lakshmi. Why? Let me have lots of money. And they worship Saraswati to have knowledge. So these are short-lived, but essential, of course. And those devotees are not bad. Sukrita, they are also good people, but they have limited sight. So their mind is not purified. They cannot see what is really good. So till that time, when he finds, no, this is enough. I have had enough of things. Alam pratyeva. Till that time, let him enjoy, like children. Children play with toys, and nobody objects it. Okay, that's good. Go on, play with toys. But when the child grows up, then he throws all the toys. Enough. So till that time, when one grows, it is not bad to play with toys. So Traividyamam Somapa Putupapa. Again, see there, mother understands. Okay, it is time for play, fine, let him play. But when it is required, mother will call, okay, now it is time for eating, to come. Similarly, God is like that, mother. He says, okay, these people are those who don't understand, let them enjoy a little, fine. Traividyamam somapaha putupapa yagya irishta swargatim prarthayanti. So what they do? The knowers of the three Vedas, worshipping me by yagya. Yagya means offering. Drinking the soma, the kind of intoxicant, and thus being purified from bad karma, sin, pray for passage to heaven, reaching the holy world of the Lord of Devas. They enjoy heaven, the divine pleasures of the Devas, because they want that. Even if God comes, no, that's not good. Say, child, if mother comes, say, no, playing with toys is not good. Read, scriptures. Child will not enjoy it. Nowadays, children, they are given that gizmo right from their childhood. They play that. Without that, even they cannot think about it, about anything. So in the shrine, and somebody came the other day, that she was doing that there also. Then I said, if you want to do this, then you could please go to the library. That's a better place. So anyway, similarly, we also like to play with the things of the world. So those who want that, what happens to them? They get it. We want iPhone, okay, iPhone will come. It will be given. Tetam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam kshine punye martalokam vishanti evam tvai dharmam anuprapanna gatagatam kama kama labante. So what happens? Having enjoyed the vast swarga, it's not small. Rather, you can have enough, lots of things. Swargalokam vishalam. So, but it will not linger for eternity. Kshiniye punye, when that bank balance is exhausted, then again in the street. So, like homeless. So homeless means here we have to return to this world, or sometimes maybe when bad karma is fructifying, then one can go even to lower lokas. So that is also a possibility. Kshine punye martalokam vishanti evam trayi dharmam anuprapanna gathagatam. So they born here, earn some money, again enjoy, go to heaven, enjoy there, and come back. Again go. So this cycle goes on and on. So having enjoyed the vast Swarga world, they enter the mortal world on the exhaustion of their merit, thus abiding by the injunctions of the three Vedas. Now, Vedas are four, but in the beginning, three were there. Other things are taken together, and Atharva Veda was. So they have Hota. Hota means offerer. Hota. Then Advarya. And then the three functions are there. And some are singing those hymns in a loud voice. And then Brahma. So all these various functions are there, and it is divided accordingly. Evam tai dharma manu prapanna. So what they do, they having enjoyed the vast Swarga world, they enter the mortal world on the exhaustion of their merit, thus abiding by the injunctions of the three Vedas, desiring desires, kama. What is that? The enjoyments. So enjoyments they want, so they have it. And you know what happens? It is like addiction. Say a drug is taken. After drug is, that effect is gone, the effect of absence. So when we enjoy, very good, and then we are addicted with it. But when it is exhausted, say money is gone, we cannot have that lifestyle what we had previously. Then we suffer more. So that's why it's the minimalist approach is good. So you'll not feel absence of it. Monks, they don't have anything. In India, some monks are there, even they don't have any the vessel to eat. So people cook it and they give in hand, and they eat from hands. No vessel. Buddhist monks, they have vessel, and they eat once. They eat very sumptuously. So all these things, all ideas are there. Even some monks are there. They are totally naked, like a Dhotapuri. They are not connected with this world. So, what's the idea? If you have habit of enjoyment, one day it will be exhausted. Then the absence of that enjoyment will hurt more. It is directly proportionate. As you are habituated with enjoyment, then absence of enjoyment also will hurt in a more severe way. Now, we ananyas chintayanto mam yojana pariyupasati. But some people are there. They are not interested in such enjoyments. They are interested in me, ananyas chintan. They have no other business. They have only one business. It is like Sri Ramakrishna said, say one branch tree. It's not 5 branches or 10 branches. One straight branch. So ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaha pariyupasate. Those who worship me without deviating, without any adulteration, without any deviation. Such a what happens? Tesham nitya bhiktanam yogakshemam bhamyam. I carry all the supporting items required, and I protect whatever they have, whatever wealth, not wealth, but their devotees don't want wealth. Whatever they are performing or trying to pursue, I protect them. So it is a great assurance. Narendranath. Narendranath was suffering from poverty because his father passed away. Then he went to Sri Ramakrishna and said, "Sir, please help me. Please ask your mother to help me financially." He said, "Why should I interfere? You go ask mother, and mother will be happy. But you don't admit mother, what can I do?" So when Sri Ramakrishna insisted, he went to the Kali temple. And as soon as he entered, he felt that everything is divine. Mother, the whole atmosphere is divine. And he forgot everything. He said, "Mother, please give me knowledge. Please give me devotion. Please give me renunciation, sacrifice." And he came back. Meditated for a while and came back. So Sri Ramakrishna was waiting. "Have you asked money from mother?" "Oh, sir, I have forgotten to." "Oh, you are a fool. Go again. Ask her. Whatever you'll ask, she'll give." Again he goes, again he forgets. And he asks again, "Oh, mother, give me knowledge, give me devotion, give me renunciation." And then he returns, and Sri Ramakrishna again scolds him, and he sends him for the third time. Third time he remembers. He was not overwhelmed that time. Previously he was overwhelmed. And then he thought it was because of Sri Ramakrishna. So third time he mustered or he remembered, but he said, "Oh," Sri Ramakrishna gives example. It is like asking say like gold from king. King is there. You can ask anything. But you're asking, "Please give me gold." It is like this. So he could not ask money from mother. He said, "Mother, I want knowledge. I want bhakti. Please give me bhakti, knowledge, and renunciation." So third time when he returned, Sri Ramakrishna asked, "Did you ask?" He said, "Sir, I could not ask. It's a small thing like this." Then Sri Ramakrishna said, "What can I do? It is not in your fate." So Kopalanai. So then Narendra said, No, it is all your trick. So I'm not letting you go." Then Sri Ramakrishna assured him not to worry. There will be no dearth of coarse food and clothing, etc. The maintenance. So yoga kshemam bahamyam. We have last time we talked about the stories about Jagannath Mishra who cut it. Why should I carry myself? I give. But Sri Krishna came and with the load of groceries and proved that in reality he carries. So tesham nitya viktana. So it is that motive. What is the motive? That is important. When you see, say Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna is a form, but within that, Sat Chit Ananda Swarupa. Similarly, for Western mind, it's a bit confusing. Like there are so many gods and goddesses in Hinduism, Hindu Dharma. So many gods and goddesses. Which one is right? No, all are right. You see, whatever you see, if you attribute Sat Chit Ananda Swarupata, say Mother Kali, Sri Ramakrishna saw as Satchidananda Swarupa. Same thing about Sri Krishna, same thing about Rama, same thing about Hanuman, same thing about Ganesha, sun. So it is not the form. Form is only outer expression. But behind that, it is the same Satchid Ananda Swarupa. So that is important. Then there is no confusion. That's why all these quote that Ekam Sat Vipraha Bahudha Vadanti. In Vedas you'll find sometimes they are praising Vayu. You are all powerful. You are all pervading. All kinds of attributes are there. Again, then water, Varuna. And then sun, then this and that. So actually it is praise to God in so many forms. So why I'm saying this? If you see Sri Krishna as a form, then that is not right understanding. Rather, you have to see Satchidananda Swarupa Sri Krishna. And Sri Ramakrishna says, in Purana it is Satchidananda Krishna, in Tantra it is Satchidananda Shiva, or in Shakta, the Shakta way it is Satchidananda Kali. So Satchidananda, that is important. So anyway, let us conclude that first is Sakama with desire, and God is means to get the worldly things. Nishkama means only worshipping God, interested in God, but still he has not achieved Nishkama. Nishkama means without desire. With desire for freedom, desire for devotion, desire for knowledge, that is allowed. And third is when one attains that state, then he is no more worried about anything, but still one devotes himself in devotion of God. So these three kinds of. Now we will go forward. Yepyanya devata bhaktya yajante shraddhayanvita. Now what happens? Suppose someone, say like us, worships a demigod. Say worships Saraswati or worships Lakshmi. What will happen to them? Yepi anya devata bhaktya yajante shraddhayanvita tepi mameva konteya yajante avidhi purvakam. They also worship me. But avidhi means without knowing that I am worshipping God. It is like this. If you apply for, say, tax benefit or something, say a job in a government department, you'll apply to a particular department, but actually you're applying to the government of the United States. So as behind this is the government, he may have some different departments. So yepi anya devata bhaktya, anya devata, many devatas are there. There is a shloka, akashat patati toyam yatha gacchati sagaram. So what happens? It rains here. Where does it go? Through all the river system, it will go to the ocean. Therefore, sarvadeva namaskaraha keshavam pratigacchati. And wherever we offer our pranams or obeisance, respect, everything goes to God. Only there is a difference. Because the worshipper or the offerer of obeisance is not aware, he will not get that benefit. So it is like this. Yepi anya devata bhaktya. So bhakti is important. Even those devotees who endued with Shraddha, worship, Shraddha means one-pointed devotion. Worship other gods, they too worship me alone, O son of Kunti, but by the wrong method. Wrong method means here, without knowing. That's why Hindus has no problem. You want to worship Allah, okay, worship. No problem. Because behind that, God is there. Allah is only a name. You want to worship God or Jesus or Buddha or Chaitanya or whatever way. It is God who is manifesting in so many forms. Sanatan Dharma, that means eternal religion or Hindu Dharma, has no problem with anyone. Those who have attained it, naiva tasya kritenatha nakrite neha kaschana. So he has nothing to attain to. He has already attained. So it is like we can say someone has reached the summit. So he cannot go further. It's done. So like that. So now next we go to the next. Aham hi sarvayajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha natu mam abhijananti tattvenataschavanti te. Aham hi sarvayajnanam bhokta. Bhokta means I am the receiver. I receive everything, whatever one offers. Maybe, suppose you pay tax. Where does it go? You pay tax in Oregon. It goes to the government of USA. So all resources, it is government is the enjoyer. Sarva yajnana bhokta. And also not only that, Prabhu Reva, suppose you have submitted more, then they will refund. Where it will come? IRS. So it is, ultimately it goes to the highest. That means it comes to me, as Sri Krishna is saying, I am the receiver, I am the power to fulfill also. Because if someone is asking a favor, it comes from me. Only thing they don't understand, such a devotee don't understand. So like there is a story. It's better to tell some stories. So a young boy was afraid because he was to cross a forest, and mother said, don't worry, you have his brother there. His brother, what is his name? His name is Madhusudan. Okay. So next time when he was afraid, he said, Dada Madhusudan, my brother Madhusudan, please come. I'm afraid. And when he cried very piteously, then Madhusudan came. Before that, nobody was there. But when he cried piteously, then a elder brother Madhusudan came. I said, what is worry? Let's go. So he made the boy go across the other side, and then okay. Whenever you have problem, you just call me. I'm here. So every day he would go through that forest and come back, and Dada Madhusudan would help him. So one day there was some ceremony with the teacher, and this boy was very poor. So teacher said, everybody has to bring this. So he allocated that you are to bring yogurt, curd. So there was no yogurt. So he told Dada Madhusudan, that brother Madhusudan, that this my teacher wants. Oh, no problem, I'll give. So he gave it. While going, he gave a little small vessel in that yogurt. And then when teacher saw that, he said, what? So many people are coming, they are invited, and you have brought this much? No, my Dada has given, my brother has given. What can I do? So then they wanted to remove yogurt from that. But as they were removing, it was again getting filled up. So this way, and they thought, then they said, where from you brought this? Then a small boy, he said, my brother has given, Madhusudan brother. Can you take me there? Yes. And the teacher also went there. But he could not see it. He said, see, I am your teacher. If you don't show me your brother, I'll commit suicide. So boy was very afraid. Said, Dada, please show him. He said, no, he has no karma, very good karma. He cannot see me. But then he was very say, earnestly requested, then God showed him. So what I'm saying, boy, whatever understanding he has, he'll ask something like that. Of course, like what is the point? Point is we are also similar. We have limited understanding. So whatever we understand, we want from God. So yeapi anyar devata bhaktya yajanti shraddhyanvitaah tepi mame vekonteya yajantya buddhi purvakam. Aham hi sarva yajnana bhokta cha prabhurev cha natu mam abhijananti tatte naschavantite. And they also fall. For I alone am the enjoyer and Lord of all yajnas. But because they do not know me, in reality, they return to the mortal world. We ask small things, small favors from God. He is ready to give anything. Only we need to ask. Why then, why should we ask? God is all knowing. So whatever is the best that he should give us, right? But he instead, whatever you ask, no, he has given you the choice, given us the choice. Say a child, if mother gives, no, don't play with the small toys. You read scriptures or something more enjoyable, or poetry or science. That's more useful. But child will not understand. Rather, child will weep. We also weep. So that is why even God gives us, we may not enjoy this. So we have to cultivate that desire for higher thoughts, for higher understanding. So it is because of our lack of understanding. Avajananti mam mudham. I am there. I am ready to give whatever a devotee wants. But it is because of the misunderstanding or not understanding the importance, people don't ask me. So then what they ask? They ask various heavens. Okay, let me go to heaven. So, yanti deva vrata devan. Votaries of devas go to devas, devaloka. Like they go to Swarga. Swarga means heaven. And the worshipper of Pitris means where they do go their votaries to that main. Yanti deva vrata devan pitri yanti pitri vrata bhutani yanti bhuteja. Those who worship God and goblins, for various reasons. Even here there was a movement of spiritualism. They would, the seances would be there, and then a person is called and impersonate, then slate writing and telling some incidents. All things used to have happened here and in the USA. So it is to control the bhutas with that ghosts, etc. So those who are interested in bhutas, that means in ghosts, they'll go to ghosts. And those who worship me here, Godhead, that means Sri Krishna, or his impersonal being, they'll attain to me. So yanti deva vrata devan, pitrin yanti pitrivrataha, bhutani yanti bhutejya, yanti majjajinopima. Votaries of the devas go to the devas. To the pitris, go there, votaries to the bhutas. To the bhutas, go the bhutas, worshippers. My votaries too come unto me. So those who are interested in me, that's why we need to know what is the reality, what is that the truth, which is all pervading. And what is that? It is not confined in a form. It is not related with a name. It is beyond name, beyond form. Though he appears with form, so we can take the form of Sri Krishna, but at the same time we have to understand that he is not confined there. Parambhava majananta. So that avajananti ma mudham manushim tanumasritam. Ordinary people, they think I am a human being, and they miss my supreme nature. That is why we need to cultivate with devotion. When we approach him, then he reveals himself. So it depends on us how we approach God, what we ask from him. Then only he grants that. So this is important. Now the section comes, how to offer that. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yomam bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahritam ashnami prayatatmanam. That means whatever you offer, if it is with devotion, then I eat it, I take it. Whoever with devotion offers me a leaf, see, leaf, ordinary things, and it's not created by me or anybody else. It is created by God. We offer. That offering also should be with devotion, with heartfulness. It's not somehow mechanically to be thrown. No. Patram, pushpam, flowers. We don't create flowers. That's also created by God. But when we are offering, God accepts it. It is like the example Sri Ramakrishna gave. So king is sitting, and the gardener of his garden came with a papaya. So king saw gardener was there, said, "Would you like to talk to me?" Yes. Sir, this beautiful papaya, and it's very sweet. This I have brought for you. And king accepts it very cordially. He said, yes, come. And then he also gives some presents to the gardener. So what is the idea? The papaya was grown in the same garden, that means the king's garden. But because that gardener brought it with love and affection, king appreciated him. So that is important. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Whatever with devotion offers me, whoever with devotion offers me a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water. Water, we don't create water. But when we offer to Shiva or to any god, that should be with devotion. And I accept the devout gift of the pure-minded. So this is his grace, God's grace, that he accepts even ordinary things. Shiva does not require anything. Water is enough. Or somehow, bel pata, it's like a bilwa leaf, if you offer that. One of our Swami asked to a brahmachari that you are going for relief work, what will you give there? So he said, we'll give various food items and clothing, etc. No, no, no. I'm asking what you will be giving. He again repeated. When he repeated the same, said that no, I understand that, but these are given by our devotees. What will you give? So he could not answer. Then I think Swami Madhavananji. So he said, you can give your devotion, your love, your affection. That is important. So material things are there. We cannot create those things, but what we can do, we can offer that with our love, our devotion. That is our offer. And when it is offered with devotion, God accepts it. And later, again, he'll say, Yat karoshi, yadashnasi, yad juhoshi, dadasiyat. So not only limit, no, I'll only offer because God has said, give me leaf. So I go and pick a leaf. See, take God. Not like that. Whatever you eat, whatever you offer, donate, do everything. Only offer that to me. So the study is wonderful. So we will stop here. And ananyas chintayanta, thinking nothing else but God. That's very important. Sri Ramakrishna, we see in the life of Sri Ramakrishna, he's totally absorbed in the thought of God. Once it happened, like what kind of thought? There is a Vrindavan Leela. It happened in Vrindavan. Sri Krishna was born in Mathura, and few miles away, say about maybe 8 to 10 miles away, is Vrindavan. And because of an oracle, his uncle, maternal uncle, Kamsa, wanted to kill him. He survived that. And when he returned, when he was adolescent, even 16, 17 years old, so he came back to Mathura. But before that, he played with the cowherd boys and girls, and so everybody loved him. So when he wanted to return, so the pang of separation. So it is translated into singing in Bengal. So the Radha and all the gopis and cowherd boys, they are so absorbed in Sri Krishna that they are beside themselves. They cannot live without him. So that expression is there in Kirtana. So it's called, it's a kind of Leela Kirtana. And once Sri Ramakrishna was listening, he could not bear. He tore his shirt because he also felt that separation from Sri Krishna. So this is ananyas chintayantaman. That means there is no other thought but of God. So if such some person can do that, it's wonderful, because then only God takes all care of us. So we'll continue next time. So this is our prayer. Hope there is no question. Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamidachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamivavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tassat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Thank you very much. You are singing? Yes. Yeah.
The microphone and then I think I need to pay now. Oops, or that little black box. Little black thing. That's for the transmission. I borrow this stamp. Sorry. Oh, Mother divine, take shelter in me. Oh, divine, oh, divine, take shelter in me. I feel with love that the forgiveness. I feel strength to have divine, divine, oh, divine, take shelter in me. Oh, divine, oh, divine, divine, take shelter in me. You must take me from the fear. You're me. So to the I take shelter. Oh, mother divine, oh, mother divine, I take shelter.
Yes, yes, yes.